Well, here's one with a little bit of sex appeal. If you're familiar with Maitland Ward, former star of Boy Meets World, Bold and the Beautiful, was in White Chicks. You know, when you hear this story, and before we go any further, you always hear the story that there's always someone who's in the adult porn industry who leaves the adult porn industry and goes to Hollywood, similar like Tracy Lords has done, and many others. But this is one you don't hear too often. And Maitland Ward left Hollywood to pursue a porn film roles. In other words, she's an actress on the porn. She's doing porn these days, which, kind of like surprised a lot of people. But the reason we mention this, she has a tell-all book coming out very, very soon. Actually, it's been delayed. And originally it was supposed to be out in July, but I believe they're pushing it to the fall. I don't know the reasons why. Maybe it's a production issue or whatever. Whatever the situation is that it is delayed. And the name of the book, it's Rated X, Maitland Ward, How Porn Liberated Me from Hollywood. I wouldn't be surprised on that, because the way the adult industry has been running lately, it hasn't been running similar to Hollywood. There are some minor issues in the adult industry, and we've discussed this before, but it's not as bad as what's going on in Hollywood. Now we're going to take this little bit of this article from Blast on there. Maitland Ward is releasing her book this fall, The Adult Film Star 45, which she just turned 45 recently. Took to Instagram and announced a new release date of her upcoming memoir, Rated X, How Porn Liberated Me from Hollywood. Ward also added some of her pictures of herself where she posed topless underneath a navy blue caftan, leaving her cleavage and tawny tunnel on display. She did a little coverage by sporting matching panties. My memoir has been moved to the much coveted fall of September date of September 6th, Ward wrote in the caption. The demand and pre-sales have been truly amazing. This incredible, and I can't wait for you to read it and to be part of this launch. I am so happy with you guys. I'm so excited. If you haven't reserved your copy, go to my author's link. In fact, this book is out of Simon and Schuster, so do check that out on the links on there. The Boy Meets World star followers loved her photos as they wrote compliments and praise for her in the comment section. Some followers also expressed excitement for her upcoming memoir. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. Can't wait to read your book, one commented. No wonder Amazon emailed me to inform me my book delivery will be delayed. A second user chimed in. Why? And honestly, I don't care. Just seeing you and that smile brighten up my day, a third fan had noted. In December, Ward revealed that the book cover and title back then, she told fans the book will be released on July 5th of 2022, which now has changed. The pre-sale campaign had started back on January 15th, but now you pre-order now through every major book site. There will be U.S. and overseas book signing tours and a massive PR campaign, talk show, radio appearances everywhere. I do invite Maitland Ward to come on Madman Cafe as well. There is an invitation for her if she does want to join us here. I can't wait to share this story with you. I hold nothing back, and you will get the most intimate look at my personal, professional life. Thanks to everyone who made this possible. According to the Simon and Schuster website, Ward reveals the ups and downs of her fantastic career, including personal stories from her time on one of the most beloved shows of the 1990s in her memoirs. This was one of the proudest moments of my career. I was so thrilled to get to share my life and story in such a unique and impactful way, Ward said in a statement. I am beyond grateful to Simon and Schuster and Atra Books for having belief in my writing and voice. Ward's senior editor, Michelle Heron Mulligan, said in a press release, Maitland's witty, inclusive voice drew all of us from the first page. Her rare perspective on the sexism she experienced firsthand in Hollywood and the liberation she found in women-produced adult entertainment will inspire, shock, and inform a generation eager to learn her story. Ward recently turned 43 on February 3rd, and she spared a special post media on her birthday. Yeah, that was nice of her. It's my birthday. When I was 28 years old, someone told me I had 2 years left to make it, and part of me believed that, she wrote, in my early 30s, I kind of gave up on thinking I would achieve the dream that I wanted. But when I got into my mid 30s, I said, screw it, I'm going to do it on my own. As I turn 45 today, I have more success, love, and opportunities than I can ever imagine. Supposedly, this is topping the pre-sale levels on there. They are selling a lot of this. It's probably why there is a delay on there. And I can understand from a point of view one way in the industry that she wanted to do it her way. For many years, even when I worked in part of the adult industry from the duplication end, there were women rising to create their own companies on there. This goes back to Candina Royale, who created her own femme porn company, which made it more toward the romance end of it. And you could say, well, romance end. If you watch some of her films, like Three Daughters is one of the films that she made back then. It was a different look on there. And today there are companies that do make this kind of adult films. There are independent people. There are people, amateurs, that does this type of films that Candina Royale was done. And the thing about it is the much praise that Candina had gotten, that she herself, a character was written for similar to her in the TV series the Deuce over in HBO. Maggie Gyllenhaal created a character that reflected Candina Royale in the industry. And it's if you look at the way the porn industry has been run, they've always been a strong industry from the very start. They had a lot of rough patches. They went from one end to the other. And I said this in another episode. One major thing, and you cannot say it's not, and if you dare to say this, you are totally wrong. When it comes to the adult industry, it is the most, I think, out of all productions, the most diverse of anything. And from what I talk about is, there's nobody left out. Just like the anime industry, where I always say the anime industry has an anime or a manga, or the manga industry has something for everyone. One thing about the adult industry is nobody's really left out. I mean, you have all creeds and colors, you have all sexualities, you have people who are very heavy, who are very thin, who are anorexic. Some have hair, some don't have hair. Some that have limbs, don't have limbs, dwarfs, all variations. I mean, if you could think of a particular porn movie to ask for, say go on Pornhub or anything like this, you'll be able to find it. I mean, most likely, if it's not animated, it's live action. People say, well, you're glorifying porn. I said, porn, the thing about porn has been around for many centuries in one way or another. All you got to do is look at the older books of the Kama Sutra and many of the Grecian arts or stuff like that. I mean, you hear stories about the Roman orgies and all this. This has all been written down or put in artwork. Now that we can put things on film or on photography, on the internet, the adult industry has grown leaps and bounds. And it gives chances for anybody to create adult films. I mean, you have OnlyFans out there. How many girls are on OnlyFans, and how much money are they making these days? I mean, we started with Twitch, with the bath girls and all that, and the gaming girls, and then you started to see the bikinis come out, and it started growing from there. And then you had the OnlyFans. You have amateur porn has been around for years. Today, it's much easier to make a amateur porn than it was years ago. And we have a lot of openings. Like I said, OnlyFans is not the only company that does that. You have a chance to upload it to Pornhub and to Xvideos and Xhamster and many other adult sites. With Maitland Ward, she got tired of the bullshit. She saw the bullshit in Hollywood. Is there bullshit in the porn industry? Yes, but not the way you think it is. Not that close. It has to deal with certain companies. But, you have companies like Axel Braun and many others who have stuck their guns to this business and still creating some great adult films out there. I mean, the parodies that Axel brings out on there that are really, really good. I mean, you're seeing everything from imitations of anime out there. And we discussed this last episode where they're releasing a live-action anime adaptation of the Sword Maiden from Goblin Slayer. And before that, Jujutsu Kaisen has an adult adaptation. And those make money. They make tons of money as far as that. The industry, that's the one thing about it is, no matter whether it's a good adult film or it's a bad adult film, it still makes money. Because there are tons of bad adult films out there. Some films that are a little crazy out there, but they still make money. And that's the difference between Hollywood and here. Maitland Ward saw that. She saw that and took advantage of it. I'm not telling you out there, ladies or gentlemen, go join the porn industry, because the one thing about it is, even though it's easier on there, it's harder to get it out to the public. It is harder to get it out to the public. This is not like YouTube. Even though you have the abilities on there, it takes time. Unless you figure out a new hook. There are some out there that, like Maitland Ward, got a good hook in, and the reason why she got in, because she was a Hollywood star, and she used that and threw for it. And there's a couple of other Hollywood stars that did join the adult industry quietly, and they're still out there. There was one girl from I think it was Family Matters, that she did an adult film, an amateur one, and a couple of others. I mean, Screech from Saved by the Bell. Screech from Saved by the Bell did one. I forgot his name, but the one that got his penis cut off, he did one. And there were many others. There are many others on there, and goes to show you. Look at the Paris Hilton one, the Tammy Lee, Pamela Anderson. Those are legal. The ones that someone had got a hold of. How popular were they when they got out? And now these days we got deep fakes. Scary, isn't it, on the deep fake ones on there? But there's plenty of them. But yeah, do look for this book. It's interesting that she's putting this out now. I'm surprised it wasn't sooner, but it takes some time. But she's happy. She's happy what she's doing. A lot of people says, well, no, you get there are many dark times of the adult industry, and there were, going all the way back to John Holmes. The nightmares that happened with him and many others. Right now, you're dealing with. Right now, Ron Jeremy is in trouble with accusations in the Me Too movement. Whether to believe that or not, I don't know. I have to see the evidence on that. But if he's found guilty, he's going away for a long time on that. So September 6th, do check it out. Get a pre if you're interested. Go out to Simon & Schuster or on Amazon or any of those sections on there. You'll be able to order it, and you'll be able to read it when it comes out. I wonder if she's doing an audio one. It'd be interesting if she does an audio one with her voicing it, which most likely that will happen.